Hey everybody, this is Lisa, the Quilt Wizard. One of my students had a question about how to stitch around applique or anything using Eclipse and not have all the thread buildup. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I want my background fill to come and fill in these areas behind this pattern without doing all the overstitching that you'll typically see with Eclipse in these areas. So there are a couple of things you need to be aware of and to set in your settings. I'm in the quilting interface. This is a screen where you sew in zones, and there are some settings I need to change. So the first thing I want to change is I want to change my tie-off stitch count to 0, and I want to make sure I have pause at trim lines checked. I've opened Pattern Eclipse, and what I want to make sure of is that these two, both of these checkboxes are unchecked. Both Sew Continuous and Sew Eclipse Border are unchecked in this case. That's because either one of these will sew around the applique, or in this case the piecing, and give you a lot of overstitching. So to prevent that, we're unchecking both of those boxes. I've set up my Eclipse area, and now I've clicked on Keep Out, and it's going to stitch outside of my block and leave this unstitched in this example. So, fair warning, you are going to get a lot of jump stitches when you do this. My pattern is stitching out, and it's about to come to a jump stitch. What happens on your screen, because we have pause at trim lines checked, is you're going to get this box that says move to next. The machine is stopped and it will not go any further until you click that button. In order to pull your bobbin thread, you first need to release the carriage, in Toolbox Release Carriage, and then I pull my bobbin thread and clip them, leaving a bit of a tail. I'll go back and knot and bury those later. And now I can click on Move to Next, and the machine is going to move to the next spot it needs to stitch. And again, here I would pull my bobbin thread to the top and then knot and bury those threads. I would continue in that fashion all the way around the applique or a block that I want to stitch around and knot and bury those threads. I do them as I go, so I don't have 100 of them to take care of later. Hope this helps. Happy quilting.